The Galactic Council chamber erupted in laughter as Ambassador Trill finished his presentation on the newly discovered species from Sol 3. Hundreds of delegates from across the Milky Way wiped tears of mirth from their various visual organs. "These humans truly believe they are apex predators?" Ambassador Vorax wheezed, his translucent skin flushing purple with amusement. "Look at them. No natural armor, no claws, pathetically weak compared to our standards, and their reaction, time is glacial." Council Leader Maz raised a tentacle for silence. "While amusing, we must follow protocol. A classification team will be dispatched to conduct standard evaluation before we open diplomatic relations." 2 cycles later, the classification vessel Empirical Truth entered Earth orbit, cloaked from primitive human detection systems. The team consisted of 5 specialists: lead researcher Nix, biologist Pal, atmospheric scientist Dor, cultural anthropologist Lem, and security officer Jax. "Preliminary scans complete," Dor announced on their first orbital day. "The atmosphere contains significant oxygen, a highly corrosive gas. The planet experiences temperature swings of over 50 degrees in some regions." "Fascinating," said Nix, his 8 eyes blinking in sequence. "Begin logging environmental challenges." Security Officer Jax, a veteran of 37 first contacts, studied the weapon schematics from intercepted broadcasts. Their weapons are crude, but remarkably efficient at causing damage. They seem obsessed with finding new ways to destroy each other. The team established their first ground base in a remote area called Australia to begin observations. "This cannot be correct," biologist Pal whispered the next day, rechecking her instruments. "According to these readings, over 80% of the native fauna possess venom capable of killing humans. Yet humans are the dominant species?" Their confusion deepened as they collected data. On the second day, they watched a human child play with a domesticated predator animal that outweighed it by a significant margin. "The humans call that a dog," Lem explained. "They have modified apex predators through selective breeding to serve as companions." On the 5th day, they observed humans willingly immersing themselves in large bodies of water for recreation, water containing numerous predatory species. "They swim," Jack said incredulously, "in oceans filled with creatures that can kill them for pleasure." By the 10th day, the team had moved their observation post to a region called North America. They watched in stunned silence as humans deliberately climbed sheer rock faces without safety equipment. "They call it free soloing," Lem reported. "It appears to be a recreational activity." Nix's exoskeleton had paled considerably. Update: the classification parameters. Add: willingly engages with lethal environments for entertainment purposes. The team observed humans living in regions with temperatures below freezing, in active volcanic zones, in territories plagued by massive, rotating windstorms, and in deserts where water was scarce. They documented humans consuming substances that caused temporary neurological impairment voluntarily. "This doesn't make sense," Dor insisted. "Their bodies are so fragile compared to most spacefaring species. They lack redundant organs. Their skin tears easily. They require constant hydration and nutrition." On the 15th day, Nix called an emergency meeting. "I've completed the standard classification metrics," he said quietly. "Earth is a level 8 HellWorld." The chamber fell silent. Level 8 was reserved for planets with such extreme conditions that intelligence shouldn't theoretically evolve there. "That's impossible," Jax protested. "No sentient species has ever emerged from above level 6. "The data is conclusive," Nix replied. "Constant exposure to cosmic radiation, aggressive microorganisms everywhere, extreme weather events, tectonic instability, atmospheric corrosives, predators at every ecological level." He paused. "And the humans not only survive, they thrive." Lem displayed her cultural findings. "They evolved as persistence hunters. Before developing tools, they would chase prey until it collapsed from exhaustion. Their endurance exceeds any known species. They can regenerate from injuries that would be fatal to most of us. Their pain tolerance is—" She hesitated, disturbing. The implications began to dawn on them. Humans weren't weak. They were forged in conditions that would kill most spacefaring species instantly. The most alarming discovery, Nix continued, is their psychology. They become stronger through trauma. They deliberately seek out challenges. Their entertainment simulates dangerous situations. They appear to enjoy fear. The final report to the Galactic Council caused unprecedented panic. The classification of Earth as a Level 8 HellWorld meant that humans were, by definition, one of the most potentially dangerous species ever encountered. Ambassador Trill's laughter died in his throat as he reviewed the findings. They do all this without exoskeletons, without genetic engineering, without telepathic abilities or natural defenses? Yes, Nix testified. And they're advancing technologically at 17 times the galactic average rate. They went from primitive flight to rudimentary space travel in less than 70 years. The council chamber remained silent as the implications sank in. These creatures, these humans, had evolved on a death world so hostile that no other known intelligence could survive there unprotected. What would happen when they mastered interstellar travel and discovered worlds where nothing was trying to kill them constantly? Council Leader Maz spoke first. Immediate protocol change. Earth is now designated as a protected world under the Extreme Evolution Clause. No contact is authorized. All vessels are restricted from Sol space. As the empirical truth prepared to return to galactic space, the crew watched a final human broadcast. Athletes competing in something called the Ironman Triathlon, willingly swimming, cycling, and running extreme distances. They do this, Lem noted with a mixture of horror and admiration, for fun. The ship accelerated away from Earth, leaving behind a quarantine buoy with a simple warning that would make any spacefaring species avoid the system.